What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I felt like going around town and doing some car spotting, so let's walk around the streets of Brooklyn and see what we can find. This thing is fire. Obviously someone had imported because it is right-hand drive. Makes going through a drive-through a little bit difficult. I love everything about these, and I love that somebody imported this. Now this is the kind of thing that's right up my alley. So this is a BMW 330i wagon. First and foremost, I just love when brands like BMW, Mercedes, Audi make wagons, and you really do not see these every day. There are only a little over 4,000 of those that were made for the North American market. Right here we've got another import. This is a Toyota Hiace Chaser. These were never made in the US. They were never sold here. This one obviously very heavily modified, but yeah, someone paid to have this imported. Still a pretty cool looking car. Quick correction too, I was kind of saying the name of that car backwards. It's technically a Toyota Chaser Avante. Chaser is the model, Avante was the trim. All right, we've got a pretty awesome little triple threat on this road. First up, we've got this really old Ford Ranger in this really cool color, and it looks like it's in pretty good shape. And then behind it, we have this K-car, is another import. You can see the right-hand drive over there. And something like this is just so awesome for the city because, I mean, it's compact, you know. If you need to haul stuff, it's capable. And then thirdly, we have this really old Mini Cooper. This reminds me of the one that Jason Bourne drove in The Bourne Identity.
So, what? We got a bump coming up.
It's got the nice historical plates on there too. What a great lineup. Again, Mini Cooper, little K-car up there, and the older generation Ford Ranger. You might be noticing a theme with the imported cars that I've been filming. They all look kind of older. That is because the US has a rule in place where you can import a car if it is 25 years or older. There are some exceptions to that rule, but the overwhelming majority of cars that are imported have to meet that requirement of being 25 years or older. And as I was filming that, you might have noticed this Hyundai Elantra N behind me. Got the nice big old wing on there. That, of course, is the performance version of the Hyundai Elantra. Comes in that cool, like, baby blue color. A little bit further down, we've got the newest iteration of the Audi S6. More specifically, this is an S6 e-tron. It's electric. I think those just started arriving to dealerships earlier this year, so that's actually the first one that I've seen on the road. So here's something like polar opposite of the S6 e-tron. This is a Buick Special, and it's actually a Special Deluxe. I'm not exactly sure what the Deluxe badge means. I'll have to look that up. All right, I looked it up. So the Deluxe version got you a nicer steering wheel, armrest, carpets, and I guess generally just a plusher interior. Continuing on the theme of older cars, we got this Cadillac DeVille Coupe. It's a two-door, and it actually looks like it's in pretty good condition. And look at the detail on those rims. I feel like these kind of spider webby rims are so indicative of these older Cadillacs. Here we have a Honda CR-V that has seen better days. Okay, this thing's pretty cool. Got a nice, really early generation Land Rover Defender. Absolutely love the color on this thing. I mean, this thing is just plain cool. Everything about these is just, I mean, they're awesome. Handsome little BMW M2. And this generation is like right before I really started to dislike the kind of design language of newer BMWs. Newer BMWs, the grills are just too big. I think they're a little bit too hard edge. They don't have those nice kind of curvy and flowing lines anymore, and just overall not a fan. All right, check this thing out. So this is a Mazda RX-7 GSL SE, and the retro styling on this thing is just so cool. I actually don't mind these aftermarket wheels either. They just do not make them like this anymore. The GSL SE trim was also the highest trim level that you could get on that car. They really should have just taken a page out of the Buick playbook and called it the Deluxe. Here we've got a older generation Honda Civic Si, four-door. Love the bright red color on this thing. My brother owned one of those from the same model year in black. Fun little car to drive. I absolutely love driving it. Spotted this from across the street. Handsome little M3 here. Looks like it's got some dings on the front, but I love these cars. I love the styling. I got to valet a few of those back in the day and always loved driving them. Some decent examples from that model run too are starting to creep below 40,000, so someday. Got our first Porsche of the day here. 911 Carrera S. I like the color on this. 911 Carreras don't get me that excited just because you see a lot of them, but we haven't seen one yet today, so give that one a shout out. Gonna make a quick pit stop at Teddy's. And right before we walk in, here's another 911 Carrera. Told you those are everywhere. Also, fun fact, Teddy's is the oldest bar in Brooklyn. I completely forgot that Teddy's is closed on Mondays, so back to the drawing board. Also love this motorcycle. I know this is a car spotting episode, but this thing is clean. Here we've got a very old Mazda MPV. I don't think I've ever seen an MPV this old in my entire life. So I'm familiar with the MPV once it became a minivan. That one's really more of a crossover, and that's how the MPV started. It wasn't always a minivan. Absolutely no idea what that blue car was. If somebody does know, please comment. Well, we made it to the waterfront, and I was not gonna say no to this view at sunset. Well guys, the sun has dipped and it just got really cold really fast, so gonna cap things off right there. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.